Amazon have loads of desks, but is this the best one you can buy? Let's find out. Sponsored by trusted creators to make this honest video about it. I've been using the table for a while now. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you 3 different setups I used this desk for to find the perfect balance. So you'll see exactly how I set it up and how I ended up using it. But first of all, I'm going to show you a quick overview of how I put the desk together. It's not a guide, it's just letting you know what to keep an eye out for. So with the actual setup itself, I got all the parts in the box, nicely labeled. Everything had good instructions on. I would say you can look at about 45 to 30 minutes to put it together. They give you a little baby screwdriver in there with it, but you can put it together easily, quite simply by using the instructions. Everything seems to be straightforward. Just keep an eye on the top. Once you put the top on, it goes on one way. If you put it on the wrong way, there's a slight lip that doesn't really fit on. So a little bit about this desk. It's a computer desk and it's designed for writing. It's got 2 shelves on the left or right. When you're making it, you can adjust that. It's got a nice firm base and it's got enough support there to be solid in its settings. It's made to an industrial feel and is a nice wide setup, so you can actually use it for a number of different situations. Your measurements on this, I normally give the measurements as numbers, but I'm hoping that with this video you can actually see it in its footprint and how it looks. It's 120 centimeters by 60 by 75 centimeters, so that gives you a good overall feel of it. And the top is particle board with a nice cover, so it's not solid wood. However, at this price range, it is a budget option that works very well. The measurements of the shelf units, it's 59 centimeters by 23 centimeters roughly. You can't really get a computer base unit in the side shelf. The desk is very strong, so you can easily get 20 kg plus on this. A couple of good gaming monitors, a good base unit. The way the desk is made, it actually is suitable for a clamp to go on the back. So if you have monitors where you can clamp them to the back, if you have a big enough clamp, you should be able to get it on this nice and easily. The good thing about this desk, it is actually flush. So all the way around, there's no overhang, so it can go up right against the wall. The top is a dark wooden brown with swirls of lighter brown and dark black. Okay, so let me show you the first setup. I've basically got the desk as a main working from home type of desk. You can see it's nice and wide. So I'm going to come in as a normal office day type situation. I've got my bag with me. I've got my laptop. See how we go here and see how easy it is. So I actually use this laptop regularly, so I know how it feels on different desk sizes and if it feels comfortable. So I'm going to put my little SSD on the back there, NVMe SSD that I made myself. That is very lightning fast. And we've got our little standard things. Always have a lot of fluid with you, so I've got my fluid bottle there, a little notepad, and we've got a nice slot in the side of this for storing our bag, which is going to be great. I've got my little mouse there, which I normally plug in to give us that extra bit of functionality for that odd game here and there. And yep, so we've got our little bag there, Billingham Hadley Pro. I'm going to strap that in the side, which is a nice place to store the bag actually. And the shame about this is I can't fit, if I had a tower unit, you can't fit a tower down there because the shelves are split in 2. So overall, the desk has got a nice deep center. It's got enough space there to actually comfortably get the laptop in the middle with probably 2 monitors either side and a keyboard and a mouse. So it's nice and like it. This desk has to be one of the favorites. It's a big seller on Amazon. So I wanted to see how it works. I've used it in a number of scenarios. I've taken the table apart, put it back together and moved it in 3 different spots. So I know the table inside out now, more or less. So here we've given you a little example of this setup. Let's move away from this and see what else can we do on this desk now. So I want to be able to see if the desk can work in multiple ways. So if you got a laptop and you're lightweight, that's fine. If you're doing some drawing or you're doing some crafting, it's still a great table, very solid. You can't really move it much. So if you're doing writing or painting or crafting and you don't want a table that's wobbly, this is the table for you. It has got the feet where you can actually position them, so screw them out so it actually levels it off and it stops it moving if you have got a dodgy one or a floor's uneven. Even the floor's uneven, you get it? Oh yeah. So yeah, this is the first setup and I'm gonna move over to a couple of other setups. I'm sharing this with you again in the chapters. I have linked to everything, so make sure to check that out if you want to just jump to the right bit. So next setup here, I've got an additional monitor. I'm gonna get a laptop dock and see how that works for us. So the dock is for a ThinkPad and you can actually dock it down so the computer is then usable with the monitor. So this is a bit more real estate because obviously I'm using a bit more of the desk here. And again, cable management would be a good thing here because obviously you can put it in the place where you want it. So with the base you can see there is nice and even. The desk, I like this wooden effect. It feels very natural and good. If you have a large mouse mat, it'll work very nicely on there like a table mat. But this is not the ideal setup for this desk. These are the two setups I used. I've taken everything off the desk. Let's actually go into the main event of the day. So I've taken it to my additional room, the small room. Not everybody's going to have really big rooms. So you can see it fits nicely in the corner with that tall filing cabinet. I'm going to put all my bits and bobs together. I've got my wide gaming monitor with additional fan to keep us cool, keyboard, mouse, and my gaming PC, which is custom built. Bit of a beauty. Check out the other video about that. And of course, trusted creators, thank you for allowing me to make this video with my own honest opinion and moving the desk around as I wanted, checking it out in multiple ways. So here you'll see I've got my setup there with a slight gaming scenario. Got the gamepad, got the headphones, got the camera. What else do you need? Party. And here we go. Checking it out. I have used it sitting down with a chair. This chair is my favorite chair now. The chair I'm using here. Make sure to check out my other video about the chairs where I tested out 3 Amazon famous chairs that are selling well and which one is actually good. And as if by magic, you can see on screen that video, something we tested 3 chairs with, and the mid chair was the actual best. Keep tuned for the other desk videos. I've got a few of these that I'm testing out, and I'll see you on the next video.